Hi guys, welcome back to the In Real Life channel. Today we've got something a bit different for you. We are telling you all about our best dates, our worst dates and our first dates. And if you make it through to the end, then there is a little giveaway for you to all join in with. My best ever first date was with James, thank goodness, and there's probably no surprise about that. But the reason it was fantastic was because I didn't have to do a thing. I was just told to turn up and be taken to where I was going. I had no idea, and it wasn't until we got on the train that I realised we were going to London, and he'd like pre-booked it all, and it wasn't until we turned up to where we were going that I even realised we were going to the zoo. And it was so sweet for like a number of reasons. Firstly, because I'd said how I hadn't been to the zoo in ages, and I feel like that's why he took me there. He might be sat there thinking like, it was total coincidence, but to me it was that's why he took me there. And also that I'd said how I love it when like spontaneity of just jumping on a train and going to wherever, which obviously we did. We went to the zoo and it was so lovely, and we saw all the animals. It just made me feel so special, like no one had ever planned a first date or executed a first date for me before. It had always either been like a joint thing or just like a Costa date or something like that. So for someone to actually go all out and plan an actual date and a day, and you know, not like pay for it all, as in like pay for it all in advance, like book it all in advance and really put thought into sort of making me happy, I suppose, and what we could do was just so lovely.
My worst first date would have to be, he's gonna kill me for saying this, but it was definitely my date with John, which is really strange because obviously we've been together a long time now and we have 2 children together, but it was just awkward. We went to, what's the name? I think it's Slug and Lettuce, I think that's what it's called. It was one of those kind of like pubby chain type places, and we went there for lunch. But I didn't want to eat anything. I was like, I'm not eating in front of him. Felt seriously awkward the whole time, and just afterwards I thought, oh god, that was like awful, like no. And now look, so always give people maybe a second chance, I would say, but it was pretty damn terrible, I've got to be honest.
So my worst first date was actually when I was about 17. I arranged to go on this date with this guy. And he was texting me telling me to wear sensible shoes and sensible trousers, I think it was, and just wear sensible clothes. So he came to pick me up. I had no idea where we were going. He came to pick me up at say 7 and we went to the cinema. So we got to the cinema. I have no idea why I had to wear sensible clothes. We got to the cinema, bought our tickets. I think we went over to get drinks and popcorn or whatever, and bumped into his parents. Not only did we bump into his parents, they were also going to watch the same film. So we sat with them in the cinema, and let's just say there was no second date, and it was just awkward and uncomfortable and weird.
My worst ever first date was with my long-term partner before James, and the reason it was so awkward was mainly because it wasn't even meant to be with him. The story was that it was supposed to be with my boyfriend even before that, but he dumped me like a couple of days before, so I was supposed to be taking my dog to Skegness, so nothing even big. And so yeah, he dumped me, so obviously that wasn't going to happen, like I think a week or so before. And then my friend said that he would come with us, which would be fine, but I think he had to work last minute or something, and couldn't make it basically because my dog absolutely loved him, so it would have been brilliant. But and obviously I liked him as well, but then that couldn't happen, so that was crap. And then so this guy was like, well, I'll take you. Not a random guy, I didn't know who he was and everything. So I was like, all right then, you know, he could drive, so that would be one less thing for me to worry about. I was a bit like, why not? I think he'd been texting me a bit. I think he'd expressed an interest with my sister because he was friends with my sister's now husband and boyfriend at the time. So I kind of knew what was happening, but the weather was awful, and Skegness isn't the most like glamorous of beaches on a lovely day, so it was awful. It was like, it wasn't really raining, but it was just that sort of like misty, drizzly, horrible weather. It was the beginning of March, so it wasn't warm at all, and I could just remember being really Mardy, not wanting to be there, not feeling particularly nice. I don't know if I was even wearing makeup or anything. I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling a date. I just kind of wanted to take my dog to the beach and have a nice time with him, and that was it really. And that wasn't really what happened. Obviously we did take the dog to the beach, but I was a bit, yeah, there was like, as the opposite to my best first date, there was no prior planning, especially not on his part. I remember getting in the car and his wipers being broken, and it was like sort of raining, him needing to like stop and get fuel. I can remember his car being really dirty. He was late because he'd had to do something like for his dad or something before he'd even got there. It was just a disaster. And although we stayed together for quite a long time afterwards, for like 4 years, it was always a running joke that he was like, you really didn't want to be on that date, you really didn't enjoy it. And I was like, yeah, it's fine. But actually, now it's okay to say, no, it was awful. So that is our best dates, our worst dates, and our first dates, and everything in between really. I hope that you enjoyed it, and as promised, there is a little giveaway for you. This is going to run for 1 month from today. So it will finish on Tuesday the 25th of October, and it is to win a Just Us box. So they very kindly sent James and I a Just Us box to try it out. We loved it, really. We weren't too sure at first, and neither was James. When we first opened it, it was a bit like, are we actually going to do this? But it's a monthly subscription service, so it forces you to have a date night, but it's things that you don't need to even go out for. You can stay in, and this was the pillows and poetry box. So it's basically like make a bit of a fort, and yeah, that was it really. But the process of making it and unboxing it all together and everything really is fun. It feels an evening if nothing else, and it's just something a bit different to do with each other that isn't sat on the sofa on different technologies, barely even acknowledging one another's company. So it's absolutely brilliant. So you have got the chance to win one. I'm not sure if it will be this exact one or if it will be next month's, because obviously they do different boxes, so I'm not 100% certain. But yeah, there will be a link down below for a blog post where you can sort of tick that you've done all the different entries. So all you need to do is subscribe to our channel here, click that subscribe button, follow us on Twitter, and follow them on Twitter as well. So I'll pop all the links down below, as well as the link to the blog post with the like Rafflecopter thing in it. And best of luck.